We discussed till Python operators. So basically, we know what are the operators are there, how many operators are there in Python, and how to work on that. Okay. So basically, we have these are the operators we have. I'm देखते like equal operator, plus equal operator. Then we have minus equal to, then double star, single star. Okay, or double slash, single slash, percentage. All these operators we saw, right? So now what we will do, we will see what is a list. Okay, so basically it's a collection data set, collection data type list. Okay, can you please go on mute? Keep particular mute. Okay, so basically our list कौन? Lists are used to store the multiple items in a single variable. Okay, till now whatever we saw, that is a single value we are storing in a single variable. Okay, meanwhile I am opening my Jupyter notebook. So basically ଆମେ कौन करथिले? Till now whatever we saw, it may be a string, maybe a number. ଆମେ କଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ଗୋଟେ number କୁ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ variable ରେ store କରୁଥିଲେ, and we are also storing a string into a variable. Okay, that's a single element. But in real time we need like we have to store the multiple elements in a single variable, and that is nothing but called as a collection. Then ପଢିଥିବ collection ପଢିଥିବ. Okay, what is a collection? Okay, what is rm also ପଢିଥିବ. Okay, similar to that ଆମର ଏଠି ହଉଛି python ରେ it's a list. Okay, so list ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ type ର collection data type. Okay, it's a collection data type. Okay, and okay, I'll continue this. Okay, not लिखिली list. Okay. So basically ଆମର list କଣ ହଉଛି ନା, list is a collection of elements. Okay, and we can say that it's a collection of any kind of elements. Okay, just remember this. ଏଠି ଆମେ କଣ କରିବା ନା, list ରେ ଆମେ collection of any elements we can keep it. So it may be ଆମର ଗୋଟେ number ରଖିପାରିବା, maybe ଆମର string ରଖିପାରିବା, maybe date ରଖିପାରିବା, maybe boolean, any kind of data we can keep. Okay, that is why this is like this is used in many places, many places we are using the list because of this purpose. Like we can store multiple elements in a list. So सेटा माने होची हमरो, suppose हम एठी कोन करी, suppose I will create a list L. Okay, list ର in list ର syntax होची, it should be written inside a square bracket like this. Okay, list को हमें एम्ति लिखिबा. So suppose 2 comma 4 comma 5, then I will take some a. I'll dot दे ना. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll give b, I'll give we like that. Then I'll give 34. Okay, this is a list. Also if I'll see, okay, this is also a list. Okay. बुझेला? So this is a list. So it contains all kind of data types. You can say it contain integer, it contains string, also it contains boolean. Okay, so that's a list. So list is represented by this. Suppose you have a data type, you have a variable, and you just want to know what is the type of that variable. So how can you get that? You can mention type of L. Okay, so you will get it's a list. When I run this one, type of L, that means it's a list. Okay, बुझिएला एटा list टा कोन? Basically list is used to, so if you'll ask what is the definition of a list, so list is a collection of data elements where we can store heterogeneous elements. Okay, that is the definition. Like if you someone will ask you what is a list, list is used to store multiple elements in a single variable, and the element that is means it should be a heterogeneous one. It means it can be a heterogeneous one. Okay, and lists are created using square brackets, and it is dynamic and mutable. Okay, I told you like it is dynamic, like you can change any of the variables, anything, and it's mutable. Okay, I mean you can add the elements, you can modify the elements. Okay, so mutable means ଆମେ ତାର ଦେହରେ କିଛି changes କରିପାରିବା. That means it's a mutable. So just understand this term. What is mutable? Anyone can ask. What is a mutable? Like you will tell them like list is mutable. Then the cross question will arise that what is mutable? Mutable means ଆମେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ list ର କିଛି ବି element ଟାକୁ ଆମେ change କରିବା. Element means index. କିଛି ବି value ଆମେ change କରିପାରିବା then that is called a mutable. ଯଦି ଆମେ କିଛିର value କିଛି change କରିପାରିବାନି then that is called as a immutable, right? ବୁଝିଗଲା ନା ଏଥିରେ କିଛି doubts ଅଛି? Okay, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ମାନେ ଅଳ୍ପ ଅଳ୍ପ ପଢେଇବି then I will try to make you understand because list is a very good, very important concept. तो କିଛି doubts ଅଛି ଏଥିରେ? लिस्ट मुझे जब जहाँ भी पढ़ेली क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. And lists are these are the features of list. We can say list items are ordered, changeable, and allow duplicate values. So basically, it is ordered. Okay, so basically, it's ordered one. Okay, basically, it always follow a proper order. That means if you are declaring the list is 23, 34, 54, that means it will store the data also in this form, in this order. Okay, 23 will be in the basically it's index format. Zeroth index, first index, second index, like that. Okay. And it is also changeable. Changeable means we can change that. Like I mentioned, mutable is nothing but changeable. Okay, just remember this. And it allows duplicate values. Basically, list allows duplicate values. We can store duplicate elements in a list. Then list items are indexed. First item has index 0 and second item has index 1, etc. So basically, as I mentioned, like in string, you can fetch the data based on the index. If you want to fetch the zeroth index, then you can fetch by writing s of 0. If you want to fetch the first element, then it will be x of 1, like that. Okay. Okay. So just a second. Okay, yeah, sorry. Basically, what I was discussing, basically it's a list, right? So type of field is list. So I can see that it's a list, and you can store any element. So suppose like I told you like it is almost similar to string, like string. We can fetch the data, we can slice the data. Similar way, we can slice the list. Suppose we have to fetch the first element. See, it is the first element is 2. Second element is 3. If I'll try to find out L of 1, that is 3. Okay. Similarly, we can fetch the L of minus 1, which is true, right? The similar way, like whatever we see, whatever we saw in string slicing, and we saw like how can you traverse from left to right. The same thing we can fetch, same process we have to follow in list as well. Okay. There is no change. ଯଦି ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ element fetch କରିବାର ଅଛି, then we have to follow the index. Okay, so that is what you have to follow. And the next thing is list is fine, this is ordered, this is fine. Then if you have to change the list items, basically you have the list, and if you want to fetch the last element, then you see print L2. Okay, that means it will be, what will be the value? Can anyone tell what would be the value if you have to fetch L of? Okay, fine. Then 2 of 2 5. That means L2 of 2 colon 5. What would be the value? Can you go on mute, please?
87 LASSI ABCC 3.
87 Lassi ABCC. These three, right? Okay. Is it
I
correct?
think cherry 87 and lassi, sir.
Correct, correct. Okay. Cherry will be there. 0 1 2. Again, mistake color. 87 hochi third amaro. 0 1 2. So it should be cherry, then 87, then Lassi. Okay. Then L2 of minus 3 colon. What would be the value? Like output kona asbaro?
Lassi.
Sir, it's lassi, ABC, and 64.
Correct, correct. Okay. Then this is the way we can change the value. L2 of 1 is equal to 70. এটা আমি দেখিবা. Suppose if as I mentioned, like it is mutable. That means we can change the value. सपोज हमको गोटे इंडेक्स टा अपडेट करियार अछि ओके मींस तार वैल्यू चेंज करियार अछि तो एल ऑफ 3 इज इक्वल टू दैट मींस 0 1 2 3 मते हम कोन करियार अछि ना एटा को स्मॉल ए करियार अछि सॉरी ओके राइट सो एटा कोन हम वैल्यू देखो it got changed initially it was capital A now it got changed to small a okay suppose हमको यदि किसी गोटे value changes करियार अछि in a particular index then you can use that and you can change it L of 3 is equal to A means we can change it right okay the same thing I have done here basically index number which index value you want to change then you can get it also suppose if you want to fetch the index also I think we have the method L dot index of A okay so what it give you basically by index number you can fetch the elements and suppose if you want to get the index number suppose हमको दरकार है बे a ର index number केते then हमें बाहर करि पारे l dot index a that means एटा हमर कोन देला 3 ओके तो एमती भी क्वेश्चन आसी पारे कि हाउ टू फाइंड आउट हमर कोन माने एटा ଗୋଟେ कॉम्प्लेक्स जिंस जोटा कि हमें पढिने बट एमती भी क्वेश्चन आसी पारे कि सपोज गोटे लिस्ट दिया आइछि you have to find out the index of each element basically हमें एटा कोन l हे गला l हमें नीचे ना l एमती आसला बट हमको कोन दरकार ना ए जो वैल्यू जगह रे हमको तार इंडेक्स दरकार ओके सो हाउ टू फाइंड आउट ऑल द इंडेक्सेस ऑफ दिस तो बेसिकली हमको गोटे पर्टिकुलर बी रो इंडेक्स दरकार केमती l डॉट इंडेक्स of b right you will get 4 so similarly you can find out the index right everyone get it okay next we will discuss like what are the methods of list okay so basically we will see what are the methods of list so let's take I think I'll take this list only okay I'll not change it but I'll discuss what are the like these are the we can say these are the built-in methods available with list okay first we can see that we'll see like what is append so basically what is append suppose you have a value okay suppose you have an element and you want to find out okay suppose you have a value and you want to find out like there is an element is there and you want to find out that like you have to insert that element okay suppose you have an element let's take one element like I can say s x is equal to okay for 34 or you can say 39 okay I just wanted to append this element because this it's an element. It's an element. Okay. I want to append this element into the list. So L dot append X. Okay. I did that. So I'll print that L. See, the 39 got appended at the end of the list. Okay. So this is the method of append. Similarly, ଆମେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଏଇଟା କଣ append କଲେ similarly ଆମେ extend କରିବା ଓକେ ମୁଁ କପି ଜିନିଷଟା ଟିକେ ପରେ ବୁଝେଇବି ଓକେ କପିଟା ସୋ ନେକ୍ସଟ ସ୍ଲାଇଡରେ ସେଟା ଅଛି କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ବଡ କନସେପ୍ଟ ସୋ ଆଇ ମେକ୍ ୟୁ ଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ ବଟ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଡ ଟା କଣ କାମ କରୁଛି ଦେଖ ସୋ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଡ ଟା କଣ କରୁଛି ନା l ଡଟ୍ ଏକ୍ସଟେଣ୍ଡ ଯଦି ସପୋଜ ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଜାଗାରେ ଇନଷ୍ଟେଡ ଅଫ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରହିଲା ଦେନ୍ ହ୍ୱାଟ ୱିଲ୍ ଆଇ ଡୁ ସୋ ବେସିକାଲି ଆମର କଣ ରହିବ ନା ସପୋଜ ମୁଁ କଣ କରିବି ନା ଏଠି I'll just try to x1 is equal to okay I'll take 12 comma okay ert suppose I have to write मते एई दीटा जिंसक हमकु एई लिस्ट रे दरकार so if I will do append then it will not work okay if I will do append it will not work okay sorry it will work but the thing is see the output टा कोन हला ना हमरो गोटे as a list सेटा इंसर्ट हे गला as a list एटा append हे गला that means कोन एटा गोटे एलिमेंट ओके बट हमको एटा दरकार एटा हम एज ए वैल्यू दरकार ओके एज ए एलिमेंट हमको दरकार हमको गोटे लिस्ट एटा गोटे कंप्लीट मैं तो अपेंड कर देली इट बिकेम ए कंप्लीट लिस्ट ओके so if we have to insert it we have to append it as a value then we have to use the method as extend so extend x1 okay just see okay see the value became 12 and ert so this is the important question in interview like what is the difference between append and extend Or else they can ask like, if you want to insert an element into a list, then how can you do that? If you want to insert a list of elements into an existing list, how can we implement that? So you have to know these two methods, append and extend. Append is used to append an element into a list. Extend is used to append the elements of that list into the existing list. Okay, but the difference is এটা ଗୋଟେ element, এটা ଗୋଟେ list. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ list ର element କୁ insert କରିବାର ଥିବ, then we have to use extend. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ single element କରିବାକୁ ଥିବ, then it would be append. Okay, କିଛି doubts ହେଲା? Can you add x value first? Yeah, that we will discuss. We will discuss. We can do that. Okay. So append ଆଉ extend ଦିଟା ହଉଛି ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ। ଏଠି କାହାର doubts ଅଛି କୁହ? Okay, because this is completely new concept and some difficult questions can be asked. କିଛି doubts ଅଛି यार?
So in append, the element will be added in last of the list only.
Yes, correct. Last of the list only. Okay. The question जोटा कि आसीबो जोटा कि कहले कि like आमे middle ले केमती करि परिबा, that I will discuss it. Okay, just wait. But just remember कि append और extend हमर last रे element को insert करिवे. Okay, explain again. Okay, extend. So basically try to understand the difference. So এটা হচ্ছে ଗୋଟେ element को ଆମେ append करले. Okay, okay. ଆଉ x1 ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ append କଲେ ଏଠି ଆମେ କଣ ଆସିଲା, ଆମେ ଏଥିରେ ଆମର ଯେତେବେଳେ append କରୁଛେ ତ ସେଇଟା ଆମର ଆଉଟପୁଟ କଣ ଆସିଲା, ଏଇଟାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ଆଜ ଏ ଇନସର୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲା। ଓକେ, ଏଠି ଦେଖିବ ଏଇଟା ଆମ ଆଜ ଏ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଇନସର୍ଟ ହେଲା। ବଟ ଆମକୁ କଣ ଦରକାର, ଏଇଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଆଜ ଏ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଦରକାର। ଆମକୁ କଣ କରିବା ନା, ଏଇ ଦିଟା ମାନେ କଣ ଆମକୁ ମର୍ଜ ଯୋଉଟା କରନ୍ତି, ଦିଟା ଲିଷ୍ଟ କୁ ମର୍ଜ କରିବାର ଅଛି। ଓକେ, ଦେନ୍ वी कैन डू एक्सटेंड वन। एक्सटेंड ମାନେ ଆମେ ଦିଟା ଲିଷ୍ଟ କୁ ମର୍ଜ କରିବାର ଅଛି। बट आम जदि दीटा लिस्ट को गोटे लिस्ट आउ गोटे लिस्ट अपेंड कले, देन सेटा एज ए लिस्ट इंसर्ट हबो। ओके, आम जदि गोटे लिस्ट एज ए इंसर्ट करार अछि, देन वी कैन डू दैट। बट हमको कोन दरकार, हमको एलिमेंट दरकार, देन वी कैन इंसर्ट इट एज एन एलिमेंट। जदि एलिमेंट वाइज आम इंसर्ट करार अछि, देन हमको देखो एटा 12 एंड ईआर टी हे गला। ओके, जोटा कि हमर एलिमेंट अछि। बट एटा जले इनिशियली मु अपेंड करली, देन इट बिकेम अ लिस्ट, इट इंसर्टेड एज अ लिस्ट। ओके, बुझियला एटा ना स्टिल यू हैव डाउट्स? Clear? Okay, fine. Okay, good. Okay, so next we will discuss like clear. Basically clear copy ta mu last re discuss karibi. Okay, so basically clear. Okay, so clear kon hochi na, it is used to clear all the elements in a list. Okay, basically it is used to clear all the elements in a list. That means it will create a blank list. देखो मु x1 हमर लिस्ट गोटे x1 को क्लियर कर देबी। ओके, दैट कोन देखो आउटपुट हबो x1। ओके, सी क्लियर हे गला, एम्प्टी लिस्ट गोटे क्रिएट हला। क्लियर मींस इट विल रिमूव ऑल द एलिमेंट्स ऑफ अ लिस्ट। ओके, that is a clear method. It's a simple one. Then we have then we have insert. Okay, so now it comes insert. So basically someone asked me like, how can you insert at the beginning of the list? Okay, that can be done by using insert. So basically what you can do, l dot insert. So you have to put the index. Suppose you want to insert it at a 0th index. First, at the beginning, if you want to do, you can insert 0th index. Then what is the element? So I'll do that 1. Okay, I'll do that 1. See. Okay, now see the difference. Okay, now see the difference. Okay. So this is the thing, like, if you'll see, this is the thing we can implement. Right? The x1 initially it was 2 3 5, now it become 1 2 3 5. So we inserted the element 1 in the 0th index. So basically the syntax is list dot insert, then inside that this is nothing but our index number, at what index I want to insert, then this is the element. Okay, getting it right? Okay, so similarly, like if you want to insert at any location, any position. Okay, you can do that. Suppose I just want to copy it, I just wanted to insert it as a third element or fifth, sixth, let's say. Okay, and sixth it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it would be me. Okay, so you can do that. See, before we this got inserted, right? So basically, this is the way you can insert the elements. Okay, and you can insert it at any position. Two values at a time, first and uh, so can you add two value at time in the first and last of list at a time? No, no, no. That we cannot do, right? One by one we can do it. It's not like multiple things we can do it. Either we can insert or we can do that one. We cannot do simultaneously both the things. Okay. So basically, this is the way we can insert the elements into a list. Mhm. Then, yeah, insert index number, then element. Okay. Then we have pop. So basically, pop is used to remove the elements. Okay. Now we have inserted, like we have append, we have extend, we have insert. Okay. Similarly, the pop is used to remove the element. Okay. And you can say that pop is just the reverse of append. Okay, suppose I will do L dot pop. Okay, which element I want to do? L dot pop. Okay, simply it will pop the last element. By default, it will pop the last element, right? L dot pop means this. So if I'll print it, see, I don't have ERT now because it was popped. So by default, it will popped out the last element. It will remove the last element. Okay. So pop means it will not take any like any argument here. But the thing is like you can, if you want to specify any element, similarly like insert, you have to remove it. Okay. So just remember the opposite. Append, you can append the elements, and what is the reverse of append method? That is pop. Okay. Similar to that, extend also you are doing that, extending the elements like updating two things that you are doing. Okay, and then you are inserting like at a specific or particular position. If you want to insert the element, then you can use this insert. Okay, but the reverse of the insert is remove. Like if you want to remove the elements like L dot remove, then you can element. Okay, so if you have to remove, then see, we can remove this space, this blank list we can remove. Okay, so this is the difference of these are the elements like list, we have append, we have copy, we have clear, like copy I'll discuss later. Then we have insert, then we have pop, we have remove, we have reverse, we have sort. So reverse is basically used to reverse the elements. Okay, and sort is used to sort the elements. But the problem is, we see L dot reverse. Okay, L dot reverse means see what it did. L dot reverse means it simply reverse the elements, right? 12, 39 true, then L dot reverse. And if you talk about L dot sort, so it will simply sort the elements, but the problem is like it only works for the integer. Okay, here it will not work because this is not supported because of string and integer. So basically, if you have to sort it, sort means you have to order by. Basically, you have to order by, sort the value. Then we always expect that the element should be an integer. If we have some string values that we have to sort, then definitely it is going to give you an error. Okay, so that's the problem. If we have some elements, then we can sort it. So basically, sort is used to sorting is used to sorting a list. Okay. Okay. So any doubts here? What are the methods I discussed?
Sir, if there is a normal variable is there, sir. So
Mm-hmm.
in normal variable, we can we use insert or extend or append, or only it is only used for list only?
It's only used for the list. These are the methods are available in list because once you declare it, then these methods are built-in methods for this method. I mean, for this list. Okay. If it is a different one, then it will not work. Okay, it's only for the list only.
So for example, L has a value, like say
Hmm?
20, it has a value 20. So I
Hmm?
want to extend, so I want to add more values to it. So
Hmm?
what I have to do?
So that you have to see if it is a value, then you cannot do na. It should be a collection. Basically, if you want to insert elements into this, like if you want to keep multiple elements, then it should be a list. It should be a collection. It cannot be a single value. That's what I told you. So list is basically collection. So means that the minimum things you have to do is you have to declare it as a list. So you can declare it like this: L is equal to, I'll not take L, let's take L1. So if you want to keep it 20, then you have to keep it like this 20. Then only you can append and extend. If you want to do this 20, then you cannot do that because it's a simple variable, single value. The single value we cannot store. If you want to store multiple values, then it should be a collection. That means it should be either it may be a sequence or it may be a collection or map, like that. Okay. So for that, you it should be a list or it should be a tuple or it should be a anything like that set is there. Okay. These three methods you can use, like three data types.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So single value we cannot store. Multiple values we can do that. Okay. So yeah. Any other doubts?
Sir, uh, can you
Yes.
insert element of a list in any position
Hmm.
into the existing list?
Element of a list in any position in the existing list. Yes, but simultaneously we cannot do that. Okay. So if you
Okay.
want to do it simultaneously, then we cannot do that. Okay. You have to either you have to iterate, like we have to take one by one value and you have to do that. Suppose here the value I want to do insert in this position. If it is a
Okay.
single value, then we can do that. Okay. Or
Then,
it is a list of values, like I do this list of values, then we can do that. But if you want to element by element, if you want to insert, then we have to go element by element. Okay. Like one element you have to take and insert the next element, like that.
so
Okay.
if you want to insert element of list means new list means by using extend function only.
Yes, yes, and that will be extended at the end. Okay, not any particular position.
Sir, okay, can you take as a input on the element of list?
Yeah, yeah, that we can do that. That we can do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I have a
Anything else? Yeah.
sir. In list, if we have duplicate values,
Mm-hmm.
then while removing, so what will if we want to remove if we have duplicate values like 3 and 3, so if we
Mm-hmm.
remove the 3, so both will be removed.
Yeah, no, only one will be removed, right? The first one it will execute. It will only remove the first one. Okay.
Only
Suppose let's take L1, L dot uh append another value. Let's take 3. Okay. Let's see. See, we have 3. Okay. Then if I'll remove 3, then it will see it only removes the first one. Okay. So it traverses from the left to right. It searched first 3. It will search the 3. Whenever it will get the first 3, then it will remove that. Okay. It will not remove both. Okay. And if you want to find out the duplicate one, then that is a different approach. If you want to find out what are the duplicate elements are there, then for that, that's a different approach is there that we will discuss. But for if you want to remove a particular, if a duplicate elements are there, and if you want to find out, if you want to remove the duplicate elements, then it will simply remove the first one. Okay. It will not go for the
first
all the
occurrence.
elements. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Good question. Okay. And second thing is like, yeah, that we discuss how to find out the, duplicate elements from a list. Okay. That we will discuss because for that we need some loop concepts. So I think once I complete the loop concept, that I think I'll ask, like, how can you remove the duplicate elements from a list? Okay. And yeah, so basically reverse a list. without using inbuilt function. Basically, if your reverse means L dot reverse, you can do that. But most of the interviewer, they ask, how can you reverse a list without a inbuilt function? So, like how to do that, right? It's a similar to string.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Colon -1.
correct, correct. Okay. Just remember that one. It is similar to all the collections. Basically, string can be iterable. Okay. And also list, then tuple also will be discussing. So everything is the same process. Okay. Any other doubts? କାହାର ଆଉ କିଛି doubts ଅଛି? କିଛି part ରେ କୋଉ method ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା extend ହେଇଗଲା. So
So
always
one
try.
doubt, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, can you assign a method to any variable like x equal to I dot reverse and print x?
No, I think these are the inbuilt methods, so we cannot assign that. Okay, because it automatically, it is in a, like it will automatically change in the list. These append, extend, that will automatically change in the list. Okay, you don't have to assign it. Okay, so you don't have to assign it, because remove means it will automatically make changes into the existing list. So there is no need. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମର କ'ଣ ଦରକାର କି ଲାଇକ୍ ଗୋଟେ ପର୍ଟିକୁଲାର ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିବା, ଫିଲ୍ଟର କରୁଛେ, ଦେନ୍ ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ କୋଉଟା ଆସାଇନ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ. ଓକେ, ବଟ୍ ହିୟର ଦେयर ଇଜ ନୋ ନିଡ୍. ସୋ ବେସିକାଲି ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟିଂ ଲିଷ୍ଟରୁ ଆମେ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରୁଛେ, ଦେयर ଇଜ ନୋ ନିଡ୍. ଓକେ, ସୋ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ କ'ଣ କହୁଥିଲି. ଓକେ, ସୋ ବେସିକାଲି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବ, ସୋ ଆମର କ'ଣ ଆପେଣ୍ଡ ର ଅପୋଜିଟ୍ ହଉଛି ଆମର କ'ଣ, ଆପେଣ୍ଡ ମେଥଡ ତାର ଅପୋଜିଟ୍ ହଉଛି ଆମର ପପ୍. insert ହେଲା, insert ର opposite ହଉଛି ଆମର କ'ଣ ନା remove. Okay, so these things you can remember, like append, you can append the element. Pop is used to like basically it append the element at the end, and pop is used to remove the element from the end. Insert it is you can insert the element at any index, and remove is used to remove the any element from the list. Okay, so this is the difference. You can get like what is different methods. If you will discuss, then these are the two methods, right? Okay, I'll move to the next slide. If you don't have any doubt, we can move. Okay, so if you remember, like I just told you, I'll discuss the copy method. And what is the copy method? So basically, after discussing this, then I think you can get to know what is the copy method. So basically, copy means if you want to copy a list from one list to another list, that is nothing but a copy. Like basically, I'm going to copy କରୁଛେ, ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ list create କଲେ, then you can assign that list to another list. ଗୋଟେ copy କରୁଛେ. Okay, that is a copy. But in Python, we have two types of copies. One is deep copy, and another one is a shallow copy. So while copying the variable, we are making the changes to one variable which causes the same change in the original variable. This is called a shallow copy. If change is not reflected in original variable, that is called as deep copy. So what is that? So what I'm saying, so if you have a list, okay, so what I will do, I'll just create another L1 is equal to L. Okay, so I'll just make this one. Okay, so you see the L1 value. L1 value is like, okay, I removed this one, I reversed this one, that's it. So L1 value become this, and L2, L also value is also same. You will see both the values are same. Okay, L1, L2, both the values are same. I'll just make some changes to L1. L1 dot what will I do? I'll try to remove something. Okay, I'll just try to remove true. Okay, fine. Let me print L1. So you can see that L1 got removed. We don't have true. We have 34, 39, we, me, and up to 3. Okay, so let's see what is the value of L. So see, we have removed only L1, but we can see that in L also the same changes has been applied. Right? True ଟା ଆମର ଏଠି remove ବି ହେଇଯାଇଛି. Okay, you will see true has already been removed from the L. So which is unexpected because ଆମେ ଏଠି changes apply କଲେ only L1 ଉପରେ. But here I can see that the remove ଟା ଆମର apply ହେଇଛି even like L1 ଉପରେ ବି ଆମର ସେଟା apply ହେଇଯାଇଛି. That means what? Like basically this is nothing but a concept of shallow copy. That means ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଏଠି ଆମେ copy କରୁଛେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ L ର reference ଟା L1 କୁ ଦେଇ ଦଉଛେ, that means L1 दीटा कर मेमोरी लोकेशन टा सेम हो जाउची ओके दीटा जकर मेमोरी लोकेशन टा हमर कोन होचे ना सेम हो जाउची तो सेम सेमथि कोन होचे ना जदि हम गोटे रे चेंज करले देन सेम चेंजेस टा एक्जिस्टिंग लिस्ट जोटा अछि L जोटा हमर एक्जिस्टिंग लिस्ट सेथरे भी हमर रिफ्लेक्ट करूची okay so that is the difference between these two like basically sorry yeah basically it's a shallow copy means ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଭ୍ୟାରିଏବଲ ରୁ ଗୋଟେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ କୁ କପି କଲେ ମିନ୍ସ ଓନଲି ଆସାଇନ କରିଦେଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ଆମେ ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟିଂ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରେ କିଛି ବି ଚେଞ୍ଜେସ କରିବା କି ଯୋଉଟା ଆମର ଡିରାଇଭଡ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରେ କିଛି ବି ଚେଞ୍ଜେସ କରିବା ଦେନ୍ ଏଟା ଆମର ଏକ୍ଜିଷ୍ଟିଂ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ରେ ରିଫ୍ଲେକ୍ଟ କରିବ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଅଲସୋ ଭାଇସ୍ versa okay so that is called the concept of shallow copy and deep copy is means when it will not change deep copy is nothing but when it will not change basically ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ L2 ନେଇଗଲି ଦେଖ L2 ନେଇଗଲି and if I'll deep copy basically କଣ କହୁଛି L dot copy okay L dot copy कर ଦଉଛି so that କଣ ହଉଛି ନା L2 L dot copy or deep is equal to true okay oh sorry I think deep is not fine yeah so L2 ନେଇଗଲି okay I'll make any changes to L2 just see L ର value ଆମର ଏଟା ଅଛି okay so I'll make any changes to 2 so basically ମୁଁ କଣ କରିବି ନା append କରିଦେଲି ଗୋଟେ element append କଣ କରୁଛି ନା 30 କରିଦେଲି okay let's see the L2 value our L2 value ହେଲା 30 but if you'll see the L there is no change okay you can see L we don't have any change because it's a deep copy means the memory location of this L and this L2 got changed okay so that is what the difference between L and L1 and L2 okay so this is the difference between deep copy and shallow copy बुझियला एटा ना किसी डाउट्स अछि किसी डाउट्स अछि एथरे ना बुझियला shallow copy deep copy
Sir, repeat again.
okay so basically हमर एठी कोन करूछु ना देखो ମୁଁ ଏଥଲେ कोन करली L1 नै कली L1 हमर इनिशियली गोटे वैल्यू थिला गोटे लिस्ट थिला ओके तो ए लिस्ट रे कोन हला ना मु गोटे एटा असाइन कर देली L1 L को मु कर देली ना L को गोटे L रो गोटे कॉपी क्रिएट करली हाउ वी कैन क्रिएट ए कॉपी बेसिकली L1 गोटे क्रिएट कर देली तो एबे देखिबो L1 और L2 हमें L1 एंड L प्रिंट करले बोथ वेरिएबल ऑफ सेम वैल्यू जदी एलिमेंट हमर सेम रहउची ओके दीटा को वेरिएबल एलिमेंट हमर सेम रहउची राइट बट हमें जो L1 को रिमूव कर देले बेसिकली हमें कोन करला L1 को हमें ट्रू टा को रिमूव कर देले ट्रू गोटे एलिमेंट टा रिमूव कर देले देन L1 रो वैल्यू कोन हे गेला हमें खाली L1 रे रिमूव करछे बट सेम चेंजेस टा L रे भी हमरो रिफ्लेक्ट हैला ओके दैट इज वी आर कॉलिंग एज अ शैलो कॉपी तो एबे जदी हमें आईडी रे हमें L लिखिबा सो L रो आईडी कोन होची एतिकी रहउची एंड L1 रो आईडी केते रहउ सेम रहउची बट L2 रो आईडी देखो सॉरी ओके L2 रो आईडी कोन होची ना दैट इज डिफरेंट ओके सो नो ओके सो देखो आईडी ऑफ L1 L एटा हम लिखि देलु बट देखिबो एबे कोन करिया ना हमें एबे आईडी ऑफ L2 करिबा सी आईडी हमर कोन कहू एटा गोटे मेमोरी लोकेशन आईडी इज नथिंग बट एटा होची हमर कोन कहू ना मेमोरी लोकेशन जानिया पे वी आर यूजिंग आईडी मेमोरी लोकेशन ओके एटा होची हमर मेमोरी लोकेशन ओके सो बेसिकली हमें मेमोरी लोकेशन यूज करूछु id1 and id2 so id of L and L1 we can find out by using this basically हमें देखिबो जो L रे L1 को असाइन करले we can see that memory location दीटा कर सेम अछि ओके तो सेति पे हमें L रे जहां भी चेंजेस करले सेटा L1 रे रिफ्लेक्ट कर देला because of shallow copy माने जेतबे कॉपी क्रिएट करबा it will be creating that copy in a same memory location that means गोटे रे जहां चेंजेस करले that will reflect in the same variable but एबे तो डीप कॉपी कर देले एटा होची हमर डीप कॉपी ओके एटा होची हमर डीप कॉपी right it is a deep copy so if you are assigning that deep copy that means what okay oh okay fine so this is a deep copy so when you are doing this deep copy एंड आम जो किसी भी चेंजेस करुचे किसी भी एलिमेंट इंसर्ट करुचे किसी भी एलिमेंट रिमूव करुचे तो सेम चेंजेस आमर कौन होछि ना एल रे रिफ्लेक्ट करूनी दैट्स बिकॉज़ दी L1 आउ L आउ L2 रो दीटा कर मेमोरी लोकेशन डिफरेंट तो गोटे रे हमें चेंज करले आउ गोटे रे किछि रिफ्लेक्ट ही करिवोनी सो दैट इज व्हाई द डिफरेंस बिटवीन L एंड L2 ओके दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन डीप कॉपी आउ शैलो कॉपी सो सिंपल लैंग्वेज रे शैलो कॉपी माने हमर गोटे रे चेंज करले से एक्जिस्टिंग रे सेटा चेंज रिफ्लेक्ट करिवो ओके बट डीप कॉपी रे कोन होछि ना हमर गोटे रे गोटे वेरिएबल रे चेंज करले अलगा वेरिएबल रे सेटा रिफ्लेक्ट करिवोनी ओके हम यदि कॉपी भी करथबो तो बेसिकली हमको कोन दरकार गोटे फॉर एग्जांपल हमको प्रोजेक्ट रे कोन दरकार हमको डेफिनेटली डीप कॉपी दरकार कहीं ना डीप कॉपी रे कोन करिया ना हमें बेसिकली कोन पे करू गोटे गोटे वेरिएबल हमें स्टोर करू सो दैट हमें यूज करि परिबा ओके सो दैट हमें कोन आकु किछि भी केबे भी जाई कि हमें गोटे डिबग करि परिबा किंतु गोटे एरर आसिला किछि भी इशू आसिला हमें तो देखि परिबा कि हमर को वैल्यू थिला बट हमें जदी शैलो कॉपी यूज करबा हमें तो किछि ट्रैकिंग करि परिबानी एना हमें जहां भी चेंजेस करले सेटा ओरिजिनल वैल्यू रे चेंज हे करबा okay so that's why deep copy is very much important when we are working with some real time tasks okay so बुझियला ना किछि डाउट्स अछि
Yes, sir. Getting.
okay fine so next we will be discussing what is a deep copy fine what is shallow copy okay so we'll be discussing what is a list comprehension so what will I do I think for this you need to know the for loop okay I'm skipping this one so ମୁଁ ଏଟା ପଢେଇବି ତମର ଯେତେବେଳେ for loop ଟା ସରିବ ସେତେବେଳେ ପଢେଇବି ଏଟା okay so that I'm skipping this list comprehension and yeah someone asked me yesterday I was about to discuss something तो आमे डिस्कस करथिले लिस्ट को केमिति आमे गोटे स्ट्रिंग अछि हमर ओके जेमति हमर गोटे एल गोटे स्ट्रिंग अछि तो ताकू आमे केमति ओके तो ताकू आमे केमति कोन करबा ना एल आमे गोटे लिस्ट नेथिले एस नेथिले एस इज इक्वल टू गोटे एलिमेंट आमे नेथिले ताको स्प्लिट करूथिले ओके जेमति आमे कोन करबा ना गोटे कोन नेथिले मो हेटा देखे ओके लेट्स लर्न पाइथन और समथिंग पाइथन ओके राइट सो बेसिकली एस गोटे स्ट्रिंग नेथिले तो नेक्स्ट आमे कोन करछ ना एस जस्ट स्प्लिट करथिले राइट स्प्लिट वी कैन डू बट आमे को रिवर्ट केमती करियो बेसिकली स्प्लिट जेतेबेले देखो आमे चलो गोटे स्ट्रिंग को स्प्लिट करूचे बेस्ड ऑन द स्पेस बाय डिफॉल्ट हमर गोटे लिस्ट क्रिएट हो जाउची ओके जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस व्हेनेवर वी आर अप्लाइंग स्प्लिट ऑन ए स्ट्रिंग देन बाय डिफॉल्ट इट इज क्रिएटिंग अ लिस्ट ओके बट आको हमें रिवर्ट केमती करिबा रिवर्ट मींस आई वी हैव दिस वैल्यू बट आको हमें एई जो लिस्ट एटा को एई फॉर्म को केमती कन्वर्ट करिबा ओके सो जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस मेथड हम कोन करिना गोटे जॉइन मेथड अछि सो बेसिकली हमें जॉइन मेथड को यूज करिके हमें ताको करि परिबा ओके लेट मी डू वन थिंग ओके देखो एबे हम हे गेला लेट्स लर्न पाइथन सी ओके बुझियला सो बेसिकली हमर मेथड थिला एस एटा हमर थिला स्ट्रिंग ओके काली मु कहितली स्प्लिट मेथड रे हम कोन करछु ना बाय डिफॉल्ट इट विल टेक स्पेस एज अ डेलिमिटर so basically ମୁଁ ଏଥିରେ s dot split କରିଦେଲି ଆମେ କଣ କଲେ ନା ଗୋଟେ space କୁ as a delimiter ନେଲା and it try to split it like let's ଗୋଟେ element learn ଗୋଟେ element then python it's an element okay then ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ split କରୁଛୁ s1 is equal to this s dot split then after that what we are doing we are simply joining basically we are joining all the elements of a list and we are based on this like when after joining the delimiter should be this okay basically एठी हमें delimiter दउछे by default it's a space एठी भी हमर delimiter दउछे by it's not by default you have to give this okay so basically एठी हमें कोन दउछे ना गोटे सिंगल स्पेस दउछे because यदि किछि स्पेस दबानी then एटा सब जा खाली मर्ज कर दबो बट आमे दरकार गोटे रीडेबल फॉर्मेट that must be some delimiter so basically सेतिके हमें गोटे सिंगल स्पेस डॉट जॉइन then inside that हमें गोटे लिस्ट पास करछे ओके तार डाउट्स अछि so एटा मन रखथिबो सब बेले split and how to revert like basically the interview question is convert a list to string. Okay, how can you convert a list to string? Okay, this is the one question. Sorry. ବୁଝିହେଲା ନା still you have doubt?
सर जॉइन फंक्शन रे टिके डाउट थिला सर.
ଆଉ ଥରେ explain କରିବି?
यस सर.
Okay, so ଦେଖ, so basically ଆମର କଣ ହଉଛି ନା ଏଠି split ହଉଛି. Split ଆମର କଣ କରୁଛି, ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ରହିଲା, ଆମର ଯେତିକି ଯାହା ବି list ମାନେ ଯାହା ବି ଆମର string ଅଛି, string କୁ split କରୁଛି based on the space. By default ମୁଁ ଯେମିତି କହିଥିଲି space ଅନୁସାରେ ଏଟାକୁ ମୁଁ split କରିଦଉଛି. ତ ଏଠି ଆମର ଆଉଟପୁଟ କଣ ଆସିଲା, ଏଠି ଆମର ଆଉଟପୁଟ ଆସିଲା ଏମିତି ଆସିଲା. ଓକେ, ବଟ୍ ଆମକୁ ଏବେ କଣ କରିବା, ଆମକୁ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ଆମର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟସ ଅଛି, ବଟ୍ ଆମକୁ କଣ କରିବା, ଲିଷ୍ଟ ସବୁ ଯାକ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ମର୍ଜ କରିବାର ଅଛି. ଓକେ, ସବୁ ଯାକ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କୁ ମର୍ଜ କରିବାର ଅଛି, ମାନେ ଏଇ ଫର୍ମାଟ କୁ ଆଣିବାର ଅଛି. ବେସିକାଲି ଏଟା ଏଇ ଫର୍ମାଟ ଥିଲା ନା, ଏଇ ଫର୍ମାଟ କୁ ଆଣିବାର ଅଛି. ତ ଆମେ ତାକୁ କଣ କରିପାରିବା, ସ୍ପେସ ଦେଇକି ଜଏନ୍, ବେସିକାଲି ଆମେ କଣ କରିବା ନା ଗୋଟେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବା ଅଲ୍ ଦ ଏଲିମେଣ୍ଟସ ଅଫ ଏ ଲିଷ୍ଟ, ବଟ୍ ଏଇଟା ହଉଛି ଆମର ଡେଲିମିଟର. ଓକେ, ଆମେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ସ୍ପେସ ଦେଲେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ସ୍ପେସ ଅନୁସାରେ ଏଟା ଆମର ଜଏନ୍ କରିବ. ଯଦି ମୁଁ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ସ୍ପେସ ଦବାନି, ସେ କଣ କରିବ, ଲେଟ୍ସ ଆଉ ଲର୍ନ କୁ ମର୍ଜ କରିଦବ, ମାନେ ତା ଭିତରେ କିଛି ସ୍ପେସ ହିଁ ନାହିଁ. देयर इज नो व्हाइट स्पेस कैरेक्टर बिटवीन लेट्स एंड लर्न एंड आल्सो लर्न एंड पाइथन. बट जेहेतु आमे गोटे स्पेस दरकार, वी नीड टू मेंटेन इट. ओके, तो आमे देई परिबा, एमती देई परिबा, राइट. आमे जदी कहब कि ना ना मैं एमती करबिनी, मैं एमती करबी, कॉमा देबी, यू कैन डू दैट. लेट्स लर्न पाइथन, या एनीथिंग यू कैन गिव. न्यू लाइन जदी मु करबी, से न्यू लाइन ही गला. ओके, डबल करे को पड़बो एटा मे भी. नो नो नो. ओके, न्यू लाइन इज बेसिकली हमर स्लैश n. ओके, तो हमको गोटे डेलीमीटर वाइज हमको यूज करिया को पड़िबो टू जॉइन ऑल द. ओके, सो जॉइन ऑल द वैल्यूज हमको गोटे डेलीमीटर यूज करिया को पड़िबो. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग जॉइन मेथड. सो स्प्लिट मेथड तार ऑपोजिट होजी जॉइन मेथड. ओके,
तो सर हमें डायरेक्ट जो वेरिएबल रे एस रे लेट्स लर्न पाइथन नहीं ता ऊपर जॉइन करके हमें डेलिमिनेटर्स दे परिबनी.
ताकू जॉइन के जॉइन हमर फंक्शन ओनली जॉइन वैल्यूटा सब लिस्ट ही इनपुट नहीं. ओके,
ओके
এটা
सर.
ସବୁବେଳେ ଏଇଟା ସବୁବେଳେ ଇନପୁଟ ନବ ଲିଷ୍ଟ କୁ, ଆକୁ ଆମେ ଜଏନ କରିପାରିବାନି. ଯଦି ବି ଆକୁ ଆମେ ଜଏନ କେମିତି କରିବା, ତମେ କହୁଛ କି ଆକୁ କନଭର୍ଟ ଏଟାକୁ ରିମୁଭ କରିଦବା, କେମିତି କରିବା, ଆକୁ ଜଏନ କରିହବନି. ବଟ୍ ଦେयर ଆର ଅଦର ୱେଜ, ଇଫ ୟୁ ଆର ଟେଲିଂ ଦେयर ଆର ଅଦର ୱେଜ. ତ ଆକୁ କହୁଛ ଲେଟ୍ସ ଲର୍ନ ପାଇଥନ କରିକି ଦେନ୍ ତାକୁ କଣ କରିବ, ତାକୁ ସ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ କରିବ.
यस सर.
ନା ତାକୁ ଏଇଟା ଯଦି ଜଏନ କରିଦେଲେ, ମାନେ ଏଇଟା ତ ଅଲରେଡି ଜଏନ ଅଛି ନା, ସି ଏଟା ତ ଅଲରେଡି ଜଏଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି, ତାକୁ ପୁଣି ଜଏନ କଣ କରିବା, ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ଅଛି ନା, ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ
नहीं
କୁ
सर
ଆମେ
जेमती
ସ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ.
आपण स्प्लिट रे लेट्स कॉमा लर्न कॉमा पाइथन करले तो गोटे डेलिमिनेटर न पास करले बाय डिफॉल्ट से स्पेस टा को कॉमा नहीं जाउची. तो जॉइन रे भी जेमती हमें डॉट आगुरु गोटे डेलिमिनेटर दोचे ना.
ହଁ ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଡେଲିମିଟର ଦଉଛି, ହଁ କରେକ୍ଟ.
हाँ तो सेटा हमर लेट्स कॉमा लर्न कॉमा पाइथन कर परिबनी.
ହଁ ମୁଁ କଲି ନା ଏମିତି କମା ଏଠି କଲୁ, ବଟ୍ ଇଟ ସୁड, ଏଇଟା ଆମର ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ହେଇଯିବ ନା, ଏଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ହେଇଗଲା, ଏଇଟା ଆମର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ହବନି. ବେସିକାଲି
ओके
ଏଇଟା
ओके.
ଆମର କଣ
ओ.
ହଉଛି, ଆମର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ. ଓକେ, କନଭର୍ସନ,
ओके.
ଏଇଟା ଆମର ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଟୁ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଙ୍ଗ ହେଇଗଲା. ଏଇଟା ଆମର କେମିତି ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଥୋଡି କରିବୁ. ଓକେ, ବିକଜ ଏଇଟା ତ
ठीक है
ଅଲରେଡି
सर.
ଅଛି ଆମର ଏମିତି, ତ ହ୍ୱାଇ वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट. बट हमको जॉइन मैंने एटा हमर लिस्ट टू स्ट्रिंग, एटा हमर कोन होची ना स्ट्रिंग टू लिस्ट, स्प्लिट होची स्ट्रिंग टू लिस्ट. ओके,
So it is an opposite we can tell.
correct, correct, this is an opportunity. Okay,
Yes.
suppose
Thank you.
someone will ask you how to split a string, then you can use split method. How to convert a list to a string, then you can see that, you can say that it's a join method. Delimiter dot
Okay sir.
join, inside the join method you have to pass the list. Okay,
Okay
and
sir.
ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ମୋଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଦ ଟାଇମ ଏଟା ୟୁଜ କରିବା, ସ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ହଉ କି ଜଏନ୍ ହଉ, ମୋଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ ଦ ଟାଇମ ଆମେ ୟୁଜ କେସରେ ୟୁଜ କରିବା ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମର ଦରକାର. ଓକେ, ସୋ ଏଇ ମେଥଡ ଗୁଡାକ ମନେ ରଖିଥାଅ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଡେଟା ଇଞ୍ଜିନିୟରିଂ କରିବା, ଓକେ, ସେଇ କନସେପ୍ଟରେ ଆମକୁ ଦରକାର. ଠିକ ଅଛି, ଆଉ କିଛି ଡାଉଟ୍ସ ଅଛି ୟା ଉପରେ? ଓକେ ଫାଇନ୍. ସୋ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଟପଲ ଦେଖିବା ଆଜି. ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଟପଲ ସରିଯିବ, ସୋ we can do that, convert a list to string, that's fine. ओके, टपल देखिबा ଆମେ.
जितेंद्र टिके ये राजकिशोर अच्छो की लाइन रे କିଶୋର ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ କ୍ଲାସରେ କହୁଥିଲ ସାର୍ ଯୋଉ ଡିଲିମିଟର ଆମର ଯେମିତି ସେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କଣ ଥିଲା ତମର ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟଲି?
एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन ହଉଛି ତ କାଲି ସାର୍ ପଢେଇଲେ ସ୍ଟ୍ରିପ୍ ପଢେଇଲେ ତ ସାର୍ କାଲି ଗୋଟେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ କହିଲେ ଯେ ସ୍ଟ୍ରିପ୍ ସିଏ ଯୋଉଠି ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଥିବ ସେ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିବ।
ନା ନା ଭଏସ ତମର କ୍ଲିୟର ଆସୁନି।
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହଁ ସାର୍
କୁହ ରାଜକିଶୋର।
ତ କାଲି ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ପଢେଇଲେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିପ୍ ପଢେଇଲେ ତ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିପ୍ ରେ ଗୋଟେ ପଏଣ୍ଟ କହିଥିଲେ କି ଯଦି ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଟା କୋଉଠି ବି ଥିବ ତ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଟାକୁ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିବ। ସେ only source ଟାକୁ ଲେଫ୍ଟ ଆଉ ରାଇଟ୍ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରୁଛି। ଯଦି ଆମେ ଚାହିଁବା ଯଦି ମନେକର ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଯଦି ମଝିରେ ଥିବ ତାକୁ ଆମେ କେମିତି ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିବୁ?
ଯଦି ମଝିରେ ଥିବ ତ ବାଇ ଡିଫଲ୍ଟ ଏଟା ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିଦବ ନା, ଲେଫ୍ଟ ହଉ କି ରାଇଟ୍ ହଉ ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ଏଟା
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ତାହେଲେ ହେଲାନି।
ହେଲାନି ସେଟା କି?
ନା
Okay, so let's try that. Suppose ଗୋଟେ s ଅଛି, ଆମେ କଣ କଲେ ନା ନେଲେ value ଏମିତି ଥିବ ତ s just strip ହେଲା ଏମିତି କହୁଛ ନା? Okay, just a second, I'm getting a call. Just a second. ओके या सॉरी सो बेसिकली हमर एठी काम करलानी कि एटा एस स्ट्रिप हेले काम करनी, देन हमको एठी ताले रिप्लेस यूज करिया को पड़िबो। ओके, सो रिप्लेस यूज करिया को पड़िबो, जेमति हमर कोन रहिला ना किछि भी जदि रिप्लेस जदि भी कलो। ओके, रिप्लेस आर्गुमेंट वी आर गेटिंग। ओके, सो बेसिकली हम कोन करबा ना रिप्लेस। ओके, सो बेसिकली हम जो चाहिबा एटा रिप्लेस भी करि परिबा, सिंगल एलिमेंट को हम जदि करबा कि ना एटा रिप्लेस ठीक अछि ना। ओके, no, it's multiple things are there, so you have to give that much space, but space character, and it will get removed. Okay, so basically हमको जो माने गोटे long space दबार अछि जदी, then we can simply remove by using replace हमको करेको पड़िबो। okay, but एटा मोस्टली हम जेटा हम कहली एटा लेफ्ट साइड अछि स्पेस अछि और राइट साइड स्पेस अछि, then it can remove it. okay
ओके सर
ଯେତେ ମାନୁଆଲି ବଡ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଦବାକୁ ପଡିବ।
ନାଇଁ 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 ବଡ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଦବାକୁ ପଡିବନି, ବଟ୍ ଦ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ ଅଛି ଏଇଟା ଆମର ମାନେ ବାଇ ଡିଫଲ୍ଟ ଏଟା ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ନେଇଯାଉଛି, ଗୋଟେ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଦେଲେ ଏଇଟା ନେଇଯାଉଛି। ଓକେ,
ଓକେ
ବଟ୍ ଏଇଟା କଣ ହଉଛି ନା ମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟାକୁ ରିମୁଭ୍ କରିବା, ସପୋଜ ଆମେ ଏଇଟା କଣ କରିବା ନା ଆମେ କମା କରିଦବା, ଦେନ୍ वी कैन डू दैट। ବଟ୍ ବେସିକାଲି ଆମର ଏଠି କଣ ହଉଛି ନା ଗୋଟେ ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛି, ଯଦି ଆମେ ପାଇପ୍ ଲାଇନ୍ ଦବା, ସେ କଣ କରୁଛି ନା ଆମର ସେତିକି ସ୍ପେସ୍ ଟା ଆମର କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ହେଇଯାଉଛି। ओके सो बेसिकली आम कौन करवा ना गोटे बड़ स्पेस देदेले एमती बड़ स्पेस देले देन दैट विल बी रिमूव्ड ओके सो बेसिकली एटा गोटे मैनुअल जिनसटा माने ए टाइप रो डेटा वी कैन गेट इट आमे एमती किछि पाई परिबा बट दिस इज द वे आई थिंक रिप्लेस मेथड बट आई विल जस्ट ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट इफ देयर इज एनी अदर वे बेसिकली रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन गोटे अछि हमरो ओके सेतरे किछि माने बहुत सारा मेथड्स अछि आई विल ट्राई टू सी बिकॉज़ मोर तो माने मेथड्स गुडा मन पड़नी रीडॉट गोटे मेथड अछि सो आई विल ट्राई टू सी ओके जदि एटा किछि भी मोस्टली थिबो सेटा रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन रा मेथड रे बट एटा होछि स्ट्रिंग रा मेथड तो बेसिकली एटा हम तुम यूज करिकि भी एटा को हम रिमूव कर परियो इट्स एन सिंपल थिंग
ओके ओके
ओके ओके आई थिंक टपल ओके टपल टा काली स्टार्ट करिबा ठीक अछि
काली करो कुछ असुविधा
ठीक अछि आउ कार किछि डाउट्स रहला ओके मु एटा पठे देबी आजी तमे टिके एटा प्रैक्टिस करो समस्ते एटा लिस्ट टा एंड निजे एटा मु जहा नेछि सेटा नबनी माने निजे किछि भी गोटे अलगा लिस्ट नै कि एनीथिंग यू कैन टेक एंड यू कैन ट्राई इट ओके किछि भी अपेंड जो जो मेथड गुडा कहली मु तुम ऑलरेडी तो स्लाइड शेयर कर देछि तो से मेथड गुडा को लिखिबो टाइप करिवो यू कैन प्रैक्टिस ओके ठीक अछि नाउ कोन
ठीक
डाउट्स रहला ओके फाइन ओके चलो
Hello, good evening, sir.
yes tell me
Sir, actually, I have a doubt about insert, append, and extend, like
okay
operators.
mm-hmm.
So, can we take multiple elements at a time by using
Multiple
insert,
elements
append, and extend?
insert no that's what then I cleared I think that doubt I cleared multiple elements you cannot do it if it is a multiple elements mean if it is a list then you can do it will insert it as a list but if you want to multiple elements then you have to do one by one okay so if you want to do
Okay, sir.
simultaneously that will be inserted as a list as a element single element but if you want to do element wise each element will be stored in that list then you have to do it one by one you cannot do simultaneously
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Getting, sir.
yeah fine
Thank you.
okay yeah any other doubts okay fine I think we can stop here and okay